Okay, this is a vinyasa practice. I want you to start by placing something between your ankles, preferably a block if you have one, otherwise take a pillow or a couple pillows, and you're gonna sit back. You're gonna place your hands on your lap, and you're gonna see if you can start to bring your low back forward into the belly. And then we're just gonna make this very small movement of bringing it further in, lifting the chest, opening the throat slightly, and then as you breathe out, you rock your pelvis back. That's the top of the hips. And just drop your head down towards the chest. And then you rock your hips forward, open your throat. Just be careful not to throw the head back. Exhale, tilt your hips back and drop your head. So it's just this rhythmic inhale and exhale. And you can start to pick up the pace a little bit. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. And just unforced, not too strenuous. Okay, and we'll just do that a couple more times as we heat up the spine. One more. And then inhale, lift up, lift up, lift up. And close your eyes and just feel the stillness for just a moment. Notice if you sense the vibration still on the inside. That pulsation, that blood pulsation, heart pulsation, breath pulsation. And then we open our eyes. We slide our hands down, we bring our hands onto the mat, take your support away, coming more into the middle of the mat, and then just reach your arms forward, spreading the fingers, taking some space between the knees, the two big toes come together, and see if you can take your forehead straight down to the mat. Now, if it doesn't make it all the way down to the mat, rest it on a blanket or a pillow or a block, okay? Let's take about 3 more breaths as you breathe in and out through your nose, always through your nose, and really feel the back ribs expanding on the inhale and then releasing on the exhale. And then coming forward onto your hands and knees. Take the knees directly underneath your hips. Inhale, pull the chest forward, tailbone up. Exhale, turn your toes under, and then you round your back. The toes go back, the chest goes forward, and then we turn the toes under and we round the back. And do that 2 more times, inhaling and exhaling. Inhale and exhale. And then come into neutral. Walk your knees back, come onto the front of your body, stack one hand on top of the other, and rest your forehead down. Okay. Take about 3 breaths as you just notice how the front body drops down into the ground. Yep, and 1 more breath. And then I'd like you to reach your arms forward. Palms of the hands are flat on the floor. The forehead is down. Then, by keeping your head down, reach your arms forward and up off of the floor. Circle the arms out wide. Place the backs of the hands on the hips or in the low back. See if you can lower the elbows towards the ground. Some of you might be able to touch the ground with your elbows. And then you start to lift your chest up, keep your neck long. And you're gonna feel your back muscles go to work. And you're gonna lower down. And then you wrap your arms wide, out, forward, and take the palms down. And once you take the palms down, press down through those arms, pull the upper arm bones into the shoulder sockets, and then go down. Keep your head down, wrap the arms out, back, Place the hands into the low back, press your elbows down towards the ground, and lift again. And then come down. Wrap out, forward, palms down, lift your head. Exhale, go down. Keep your head down, wrap out, back, backs of the hands into the small of the back, root your elbows down, lift your chest, lower down, wrap out, forward, palms down, and lift your chest. Take your hands down, slide your hands back underneath the shoulders, turn your toes under, push up and gently back into child's pose. So you're gonna feel that rounded back again as you ease out of that back bend sequence. Okay, let's take about 2 more breaths. And then come forward again. Once again, lie down. This time we're going to take our arms out to the sides and rest on the right side of your head. Okay, so the arms are at about the height of the shoulders, the palms of the hands are facing down. When we inhale, I want you to lift your head, your chest, you turn your head forward, then lift the arms slightly off the ground, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and then release that. Take your arms down, turn your head to the right, and rest. Again, lift head, chest, turn forward, lift the arms, squeeze the shoulder blades together, then relax, lower the head, turning left, and the arms come down. Okay, so when you come to the ground, this is when you really turn off everything, you soften, and then you start again. Lifting head, chest, turn forward, lift your arms, squeeze your shoulder blades together. It's going to activate your back muscles. Then relax, turn the head to the right and lower. And then one more time, the head comes up, you turn forward, you lift your arms, you squeeze your shoulder blades together, you release, you turn your head left. Okay, now just to finish this whole back bending sequence, come on to the forehead, reach your arms forward, interlace your fingers together, re-extending the index fingers, and then lifting head, chest, and the arms slightly off the ground. Take another breath, and lower. Slide the hands under shoulders, toes under, press up and back into child's pose. Okay, so just take your head down and feel the change. Notice how your back is rounding now. Take about 2 more breaths. And then come forward up onto your hands and knees. Here's our first downward facing dog. We're going to turn your toes under. You're going to fan your fingers out so that the middle finger is facing the top corners of the mat. You lift your knees up. You press your hips back. You drop your head. Okay, so if you're feeling tight, please bend your knees so that the thigh bones come closer to the chest, but keep your sit bones high and your neck relaxed. Take another breath. Eyes are serene. And then lifting the heels, looking forward. Let's step our feet right between the hands. Let's bring our feet together. And keep a nice soft bend in your knees so that your back stays long. Take your hands to your lower legs. Push the lower legs back, but the lower legs press forward into the hands. That's going to shoot your heart straight forward to help flatten your back. And then we take a fold. Drop your head in See if you can bring your nose closer to your knees. And then reach out again. Take your arms out to the sides, bending the knees, pressing the feet down. Come all the way up. Open your throat slightly, and then take your hands down to your chest. Okay, so we're gonna do our first sun salutation. Take your arms up, inhale. As you exhale, dive out, go forward, flat back. Only drop your head at the end. The hands come to the outsides of the feet, drop your head in. As you inhale, take your hands back to the lower legs, open your chest forward, long neck. Exhale, step your feet back. So the hands come down to the outsides of the feet. You step your feet back and you're in downward facing dog again. Then you glide forward into what we call plank or dandasana. We pull the front ribs in, so you're almost doming your upper back, and your tailbone is turning down. Keep your knees locked, okay? Then to come into chaturanga, we shift slightly forward into the tiptoes, right? And then we bend our elbows and we go down, down, down. Now, if it gets heavy, you take your knees down first, but keep your back flat. Stretch the toes back, come into cobra. Just opening the chest forward. Keep your neck long. And then we press back up again and back into downward facing dog. Now, in our downward facing dog, we take our right leg up. We pull the knee into the chest, lift your bottom heel high, look forward, see if you can make some space to step that foot right in between. You're gonna take your back knee down. Now the left hand is gonna go flat to the floor, but it's handy to put it on a block because then it helps to keep the chest up. You're gonna reach your right arm forward, circle it up as you turn your chest out. Circle it back behind you and all the way down. Reach the arm forward, up, turn the chest out, reach the arm back, take it down. One more time, reach it forward, up, turning the chest to the right, take your arm back and down. Okay, and then you take your block off to the side. If you're using one, step out, downward facing dog. Take it into plank. Shift forward into the toes, bend your elbows, go down, or even bend your knees to help you go down. Spread the toes back, inhale, cobra. A lot of arm work here, but also back work. So really engage your back muscles, and you go into downward facing dog, okay? So you're gonna drop your head, relax your neck. The feet are only sit bone distance apart. Be very careful not to go too wide with the feet. Let's take that left leg up. Bring your knee into your chest, lift your right heel high, gaze forward and step. Then your right hand goes flat. Feel free to use some support. Take your back knee down, keep your torso really long. Reach your left arm forward. Push away with the right hand as you turn your chest open to the left. Reach the arm all the way back, down. Reach your left arm forward. Circle out to the left. Reach your arm back, take it down. Looking at the top of the mat, reach your arm forward. Push away with the right hand to turn open to the left, arm back and down. Okay, take that hand down, take your block off to the side. And then we're gonna lift the back knee as we step out into downward facing dog. Okay, so now let's take our heels up, gaze up, and walk or step to the top of the mat. Take your hands to your lower legs, and then we fold. And we rise all the way up. And you take your hands to the chest. Okay, so let's do that one more time. Take your arms up and we reach out with a long back. We fold and drop the head. Bend your knees if it's tight. Come up halfway, hands to the lower legs, long back. Step out, downward facing dog. Okay, feet again, only sit bone distance apart. Then we glide forward into plank. So be sure that there's enough distance between your hands and your feet to allow your shoulders to be vertical over your wrists. Then we shift forward into the toes. We bend the elbows. We go down. We take the toes back. We open the chest. Use your back muscles as well, not just your arms. We go down. We turn the toes under. And we push back, downward facing dog. Okay, soft eyes, right leg up on the inhale, nice and slow. So really use the whole length of your in-breath to lift that leg. Pull the knee into chest, lift your bottom heel, look up, and see if you can step the foot right between the hands. Back knee comes down, left hand flat or onto support. Reach your right arm forward, inhale it up, turn out, reach the arm back, take it down, look down, inhale, reach that arm, take it up, spin out to the right, take the arm back, all the way down, and one more time. Inhale, open, exhale, the arm goes down, the hand comes down, the left hand down, lift your back knee, step out, downward facing dog. And here we're gonna come forward into a plank. Shift into the toes. You can take your knees down first, chaturanga. Take your toes back, inhale, cobra. Lift from your low back muscles as well. You go down, you release it, downward facing dog. Okay, left leg up. Knee into chest. Lift your right heel, dome your upper back, look forward, and try to step that foot as far as you can between your hands. Now, it may not make it all the way, so you can grab that ankle with your hand. Just pull the foot more forward. Okay, back knee down, perhaps some support under your right hand. Inhale, reach your left arm forward. Squeeze those inner legs towards each other to rotate the chest out, back, left arm down, reach, keep your inner leg strong, circle up, back, down, look down. One more time, reach it forward and up, spinning out, left arm down, and take that hand down. Take your block off to the side, and you step out, downward facing dog. Okay, so now let's take our heels up, look forward, bend your knees, and then step, hop, or walk to the top of your mat. Take your hands to the lower legs, reach the chest open, and then you fold. And then you rise all the way up. Take your hands to your chest. All right, so let's do one more sequence. Take your arms up and fold. Take your chest forward and step out, downward dog. Forward into plank. The knees can come down first. Go halfway down and come back up. Go halfway down and back up. And now go all the way down. Rest on your forehead, send the toes back, reach your arms forward, bind the hands except for the index fingers, and then lifting head, chest, and arms into what we call Shalabhasana. Take it down, slide the hands under the shoulders, and come into downward facing dog. Okay, one more time. Take your right leg up. Knee into chest, look forward and step. Okay, so now if you have two blocks, it's even better. But if you don't, you're just gonna walk your fingertips forward on the ground and you're gonna lift your back leg. Now do your best to keep your chest open. Your standing leg will be slightly bent. Avoid locking it. The back foot is flexed and the toes are facing straight down. Now, keep your chest wide open. As you exhale, lower the toes to the mat very lightly, and then inhale the leg back up. Lower. Lift. Lower. Keep your chest open. And lift. Okay, now reach your arms back. So you're lifting your chest a little higher than your hips. Take the toes to the back of the mat and take your arms up. Now squeeze those inner legs towards each other. Take your hands all the way down. Let's step out, downward facing dog. Come forward into plank. Take your knees down. Here we do. Again, we pump down, come up. We pump down, we come up. And then we go all the way down. Toes back, cobra. And then we come into downward dog. Okay, so now other side. Slow in breath, left leg up. We pull the knee into chest, we lift the right heel, we look forward, and we step through. Okay, so either two blocks or your fingertips, walk your fingertips forward, get a full reach, like get low, okay? And we actually glide in low as we lift the back leg. Keep your chest as high as you can, neck is long. Notice how my left leg is slightly bent, standing leg slightly bent. And then we exhale, we lower the right toes lightly to the mat. And then you come back up again. Lower the toes and come back up. One more time, lower the toes and come back up. Okay, now float a little higher onto the fingertips. Keep that left knee slightly bent and see if you can reach your arms straight back alongside your body. Breathe, strong breath. And you lower the fingertips down and you step out into downward facing dog. Okay, take your knees down. Come into child's pose. Okay, that's your moment to just find those resting qualities, right? Because you've just built your energy up pretty strongly. Take another full breath in child's pose. And then walk your hands back. Lift your chest up. And then keep your knees, your feet about hip distance apart. Come up onto the knees. So make sure your knees are safe. If you need to use a blanket, just put that underneath your knees. And then turn your toes under, hooking your toes. Then you're gonna lift up through the side body, through the side ribs. And you're gonna start to lean back. So you're really using your quadriceps. Maybe you can reach back and touch the heels, okay? And then you lift your chest, you open your throat, take about 2 more breaths. And then you look forward and you come up. Walk your hands forward. Place one hand on top of the other and rest your hand. Okay, just settle down. Imagine you're trying to sink right down between your legs. One more breath. And lift your head and let's sit back. Bring your legs out in front of you, wiggle them out. Sitting up nice and tall. Face your fingers forward. Walk them further back behind you. See if you can take the hands flat. You can even spin the fingers out slightly. Might be easier for your shoulders. Walk your feet in, hip distance apart, and then inhale, swoop your hips forward and up into a bridge, right here. And then we come down and we reach our arms forward. We go back. We inhale, we lift the hips. We exhale, we go down, and we reach the arms forward. One more time, go back and lift. Go down, reach your arms forward, keep your arms forward, stretch your legs down. Sit tall, bring your low back in. See if you can lift your right leg slightly off the ground. And then lower. Left leg. And lower. Lower the arms. Bend your right knee. Cross that ankle just above the left kneecap. Hold your knee, hold your foot, lift your chest up. And then see if you can lean slightly forward till you feel enough in your right hip. Doesn't have to be a lot of sensation. Take your fingertips down. That might be it, right there. You may also walk your hands more forward to feel a little more intensity. The hands can go flat, and you can just bow. Two more breaths. And lifting the head, walking your hands in, sitting nice and tall. Take the sole of that right foot, flatten it down to the outside of your left leg. The right hand goes behind you, left arm comes up. You're going to turn to the right, drop your elbow to the outside of the knee, and turn out to the right. Now, if that's too tight to hook the elbow, just hook your arm in front of the knee. And then slowly, slowly look over right shoulder. One more breath. And inhaling, gazing forward, unhooking the arm, sitting straight up and straighten that right leg. Reach your arms. Lift your right leg without leaning back. Lower the leg. And then left leg without leaning back. And then lower the leg. Okay. Sitting up real tall. Take your hands down. Bend your left knee. Cross that ankle just above your right kneecap. Just see how far that left knee falls out to the side. It might be quite a bit higher. Okay. Sit up real tall by holding foot and knee. You start to lean in. Okay, so really taking care of this left hip. And maybe taking the fingertips down. Yeah. And then just follow your path, wherever that is. Okay, you're gonna have tight days, you're gonna have more open days. And then you're gonna take your hands down flat, and then maybe you can start to bow. One more breath. And then lifting your head, lifting chest, walk it in, sitting up real tall. And then we're going to place the sole of that left foot right to the outside of your right leg. Left hand goes behind, right arm up. Take an inhale, lift the back of the heart, turn, left. Use your abdominals to turn, and then perhaps take the elbow to outer knee, or perhaps wrap the arm around the front of the knee. And then you can continue to look over left shoulder. So that finishes the twist, right? It's with the neck. We'll take about 2 or 3 more breaths. And really fully exhale. One more. And then inhaling, gazing forward. And then release, okay? And then you'll straighten that leg out. Shake it all out. Come forward onto your mat. Lie down, very slowly go lie down. We're just going to take a moment in Shavasana, where the legs are stretched out, the arms are on the ground, palms of the hands are open. Just let all the systems inside of you settle, allowing yourself to sink into the ground. So really allowing your back body to feel very heavy into the ground, and allow the whole front of your body to be soft and absorbent of your environment. And this is where you can stay as long as you'd like. It's always good to take at least 5 minutes. So just enjoy your time.